Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and as I'm sure you can tell from the title, we are here to talk about the two LR Super Saiyan 4 banners and which one has the most value. Now, I feel like I should start off with a disclaimer that this kind of applies to any should you summon video. Like, I know we all make them out there in the Dokkan community, but we try our best to give our advice, our recommendations and our opinions, but it will always come down to your box, like what you have and what you need. Like between these two banners, they're both stacked with amazing units. I'm going to outline which one I think has the most value and why, but for you, you might have all of the units that I think make one banner better than the other, or you might have, like, say for example, 2 dupes in every unit on one banner and no dupes in a unit on the other banner. So for you, the outcome might be slightly different. So obviously, I'll give you guys my opinions. You can let me know in the comments if you agree, and also let me know what your situation is, because like I said, everyone is different and you might want to prioritize specific units over others. So we are going to start with having a look at the Goku banner. We're not going to go through every single unit in huge detail. I know we're all making tons of videos about these two banners at the moment, so we're going to keep it pretty brief. But we're going to go over where I think the most value is. So, obviously, Goku's banner, featured units, we have the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku himself. Obviously, fantastic, probably the best unit on the banner. I don't know what the, obviously we haven't had them on Global yet, and I haven't done a lot of playing around with them on JP, so I'm not entirely sure what the consensus is between the Super Saiyan 4s and the Fusions in terms of the better LRs. I'm pretty sure the Super Saiyan 4s are considered to be better, so Goku is probably the best character on the banner. Then of course you have LR Vegeta, who, you know, from the 3-year when it dropped, was like the best unit in the game. So those two are super high value units. Obviously Goku is new, and Vegeta came out at the 3-year and then very briefly appeared on the global version of the Tanabata banner, which even back then when that banner came out, we kind of all advised everybody to skip because the rates were terrible. So it's very likely that unless you played during the 3-year, you don't have this card. This is the first time it's properly come back as a featured unit on like a decent banner, because the Tanabata banner didn't have, as far as I remember, any discounts or anything. Whereas this time we have the first couple of multis discounted, and then we have tickets. We have 3 multis get 1 free, so your chances of pulling them are a lot higher. So those are the 2 best units on the banner. Now, in terms of everyone else, which units have value? So for me, the problem with Goku's banner is Jiren has been on a lot of banners over the last year. UI Goku has been on a lot of banners over the last year. I have him Rainbow. I have a couple of dupes in Jiren, but I don't really use him. I'm not a big Jiren fan personally, but he is the Universe Survival Saga category leader, so, you know, it is useful to have him if you don't have any copies. Then this Goku came out at the 3-year, and same did this one, but they've both been in the general pool ever since the 3-year ended. So again, I have this guy Rainbow. I'm pretty sure I have all the paths open for him, but I don't use him, so I haven't put orbs into him. Angel Golden Frieza is the next one that I think is pretty good. He hasn't been on as many banners as Jiren and UI Goku as far as I know. And obviously, unless you have the Tech LR Broly, he is your main Resurrected Warriors category leader. So he is very good. And then of course the transforming Goku, we can't forget about him. I would say after the LRs, he is the unit that has the most value. Here we go. So we can see on the wiki here, global, was it 250 million download celebration where him and the transforming Frieza came out. I'm going to talk about Frieza on Vegeta's banner, but they both have the same date, so I only have the Goku page open. They came out on the 31st of August. So considering we're in July now, this was like 11 months ago. It was the end of August, so you could argue that it was like 10 months ago, but very long time, and these guys have not been on a banner. Now we know coming up in the next couple of months when the Planet Namek Transforming Goku comes out that they are on those banners, or that banner should I say, but that's going to be a few months away for Global. So if you're like me, I did not have a lot of stones saved up for the 250 million downloads, so while I got a copy of Frieza, I did not get a copy of Goku. And Goku is very, very valuable simply for the fact that he can be used as a leader for a ton of categories. Okay, it doesn't list them here because he's not awakened, so let's bring this up here. But yeah, because he just has a super types leader skill and is on all of these categories, it means any single one of these category leaders that you might be missing, UI Goku, Bardock, one of the Vegetas, Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Broly, even I guess you'd run a super only types transformation boost team if you didn't have STR Buu, and then of course Goku's family for the 4-year stuff if we don't pull any of the LRs or any quite a few units from the 3-year awaken to have Goku's family leader skills. But yeah, he's a fantastic unit because he can be used as a replacement leader for a lot of categories. So after the LRs, I would say Goku has the most value, followed by the Frieza. So that's like 4 units that I consider pretty decent value on this banner. Obviously, if you're lucky and you're summoning on both and you manage to pull both the LRs, the OG Super Saiyan 4s just get replaced by the new ones, because if you think Goku's leader skill is 120 for Super STR, and LR Vegeta is obviously has the new Vegeta's family category, and then his secondary leader skill is 120 to Super STR. And then Goku and the Vegeta are the reverse. So if you manage to pull even just one copy of both of the new LR Super Saiyan 4s, the old ones are outdated in terms of their usefulness on their own. Now, they've done a smart thing, at least for the Goku, in that he's the best link partner for the Vegeta, whereas Goku has the tech full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku as his best link partner. So if you do pull the Vegeta, pulling this Goku or extra copies of him on this banner is not the worst, but it definitely is a bit of a troll to see this guy and not this guy. And then I thought very briefly I would mention this physical Goku. He's kind of one of the units that he's been around for a long time and is in the unfeatured pool, so if you get a guaranteed featured animation on this banner and you pull him, you'd probably be a little bit disappointed. But he awakens and he is actually really good. He has an infinite attack raise. He gives himself 3 ki and attack 100% when ki is 9 or more. So as long as you get to 9 ki, which on most teams nowadays is pretty much impossible not to, he's going to super attack. He also gives himself a defense boost and a chance of performing a crit, 40% chance, which is basically the equivalent of having 20 crit, for 4 turns after performing a super attack. So the super attack that he does that turn, this doesn't apply. But then after that, for 4 turns, he has a 40% chance to perform a crit. So he's actually a very good unit, kind of like a Gogeta unit, that it's worth putting a little bit more into additional than crit. So yeah, he's pretty good, and if you pull extra copies of him, I wouldn't be too concerned, because he will be pretty decent, especially because he gets Fierce Battle. And then this featured SR Goku can actually be used to farm his super attack, because you'll probably pull an absolute ton of these guys. So let us jump over to the Vegeta banner. We have, of course, the LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and the LR Gogeta. I really like the LR Gogeta. Obviously, he is the one of the many fusion leaders, but he is considered worse than Vegeta once they've transformed. Obviously, when they're both not transformed, they're pretty much exactly the same, but obviously they are the 2 best banners on the units on the banner. Again, we have the same situation with the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He is a good link partner for the Goku, but if you have full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you don't really need him much anymore if you pull the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I guess, of course, you could always run him on the other rotation linked with the friend LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I still need dupes of both the OG Super Saiyan 4s, so I will take them, but obviously I'd rather get these ones first. So we have a GT Trunks, who's pretty much the same as that Goku, where he's a much older unit, been in the general pool for a while, has an SR on the banner that you can use to farm him up, but he gets an awakening. He becomes pretty decent. He greatly raises his defense when he super attacks, and then he is a nuker. He's got pretty decent nuke stats, 20% attack, 10% defense, and then he gets an extra little bit of a boost for rainbow spheres as well. So not too bad. I would say the Goku's probably better, but what a surprise that one of the Goku type units is better than one of the Vegeta family units, but there you go. But he's pretty decent, so not the worst thing to pull. He is probably the featured unit you want to pull the least, maybe except for these 2. So again, these 2 came out the 3-year. They've been in the general pool for ages. I'm pretty sure I have this guy rainbowed. I'm not sure if I've actually got all his paths open, but then we go to Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. He's been on a couple of banners recently. I know I pulled a dupe for him on a recent banner. Was he on the Go Bros banner? I think he might have been. But he's been on a couple of banners recently. He's obviously very, very good. The physical transforming Vegeta is probably the better choice for a Pure Saiyans team leader, but he hasn't been back on a banner since he came out. So, and they don't normally change anniversary banners, so I wouldn't expect to see him on here instead of this Vegeta. I would absolutely take that though. Change this Vegeta for physical Vegeta, that'd be amazing. And change Jiren on Goku's banner for hit, but there you go. So then we have Android 17. So Android 17 came out on the 4th of October, and apart from being on, so you got to remember when I talk about how long these units have been around, I meant to mention this before, but there was the New Year Step Up banner that had all of the category leaders, but your chances to pull one specific unit was super low, and it was not advisable to do more summons on that banner after you'd done the step ups, so we can't really count that. So yeah, he hasn't been around for a long time. He is the main Android's category leader. Obviously the Android 21 is in the general pool, who has a 150 across the board leader skill, which is decent, but 17 is the much better unit, and nowadays you always want to hit as hard as you can, so having the leader with the higher attack is slightly better. So he is definitely a big value unit. I only have one dupe in him, and you guys know if you're not new to the channel that I love the Android category team. So definitely want to pull more copies of him. Transforming Frieza is just the same situation as Goku. Been like 10 months and a bit since he's been around. Very good unit. Not coming out on another banner for a good few months as far as we know. So getting extra copies of him is definitely good. And then we come to Turles. Now, I would argue that Turles, apart from the two LRs, is probably the most valuable unit on this team. So, if we bring up his page here, he was released on the 13th of August 2018. That is like 11 months and 1 week. Like, that is so close to being a full year since he's been on Global. It is absolutely ridiculous. So most people out there, you might not even have him, not even a single copy. I got very lucky. I did, I think, 250 stones on his banner and pulled 2 copies in that final multi and decided to stop. Obviously not realizing that it was then going to be 11 months until he came back, because this was not long before, this is not long after the 3 year, so obviously a lot of people were pretty wiped as far as stones go. But as you may know by now, he is an insanely good support unit. He gives all allies Ki +3 and attack +40%, so super or extreme. So any of these teams that you want to run him on, he fits super well. He even gets used a lot on the Metal Cooler Wicked Bloodline team, because Metal Cooler has a extreme AGL secondary leader skill. He's basically used on any team you can fit him on. He does immense damage and has a chance to stun. He gives super class enemies an attack debuff. He can transform, which does kind of ruin his support ability, but then he becomes an insanely good tank that hits really hard and has a higher chance to stun. So even when he transforms, unless you've built your team that they are reliant on his key passive, every now and then when he transforms, he's still going to be a benefit to the team. So I would say that after the 2 LRs, he is the most valuable card on the banner. And as I said, for me, I need dupes for all of these guys more so than I need dupes for like Jiren, for example, who I don't really use. Whereas Turles is great, the androids are my favourite team, Frieza is an extreme leader and fits on quite a few teams. So I think if you hadn't guessed, my opinion is that the Vegeta banner has much more value than the Goku banner. So obviously, as I outlined at the beginning, that might not be the case for you. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. If you are prioritising the Goku banner, let me know why. Obviously, I think Goku is considered slightly better than Vegeta overall for the 2 LRs. But I've always been a bigger Vegeta fan than Goku anyway. So I am very hyped to try and pull this man. But yeah, all it breaks down to is the 2 LRs on both banners are great. And then this banner has these 3 units that I would say are very high value. And this banner only has these, well, even really just this one. Because to a lot of people, Angel Golden Frieza probably isn't even that valuable. UI Goku is a fantastic unit, but he's been around so much that unless you're new to the game, I feel like you probably have at least 1 copy of him by now. And then of course in a couple of months time he will be replaced as the Realm of Gods leader by the AGL Zamasu. So if you pulled your last couple of copies to rainbow him now, he's not going to be as useful for as long. So I definitely recommend the Vegeta banner over the Goku banner. Now obviously because of the 30 stone step ups and the tickets, if you have the stones, I would say it's an absolute must to do the 3 discount multis and the free one on both banners. And then obviously depending what you pull, you can decide where to go from there. But I will be going straight on to the Vegeta banner. So I hope I made that fairly clear. I hopefully didn't waffle too much about why I think that this banner has the more value. Let me know down below what you think gives a banner value. I just think it can't be ignored how long it's been since we've had like 3 of these units on global, whereas really on the Goku banner it's only the transforming Goku that hasn't been around for a while, apart from the 2 LRs obviously. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. Obviously good luck for your summons as and when they come. In the UK it's Tuesday morning that the banners drop, and I will be live streaming. I'll be going 2,000 stones on both the banners over here on YouTube and over on Twitch. So hopefully I will see you there and we can pull some fire. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow my Twitch channel or join my Discord. The links are in the description below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.